On a quiet Sunday afternoon, deputies respond to what seems like a routine domestic call. But when they arrive, nothing adds up. 2 stories, 1 incident, and no clear truth. No injuries, no witnesses. Just one question. Who do you believe when everyone is saying something different?
Hello? Hello?
How's it going? Can you step outside with us for a second?
Can I just go put an undershirt on, please?
No, can we come in? We're going to come in with you if
just
you're going to go.
Just come sit down. We don't mind. Believe me, we've seen people in way worse.
Yeah. Well, your husband's out here. I can come inside and talk to you, okay?
Can you just let me...
I can't let you be alone. We got called
Why?
Because we got called to an active domestic, so this is why we're here.
Come in, sir. Thank you. Can you just take me off camera then so I can go put an undershirt on?
I can't. So what's going on today?
Nothing is going on.
Okay, so we see a bunch of stuff outside out front. So how did that all get out there? Like there's phones, stuff thrown all over the driveway in the front yard. What's going on with that?
It's music binders.
Okay. Well, there was a phone in the driveway.
That's my phone.
Okay, so what caused all that?
My phone wasn't thrown anywhere.
Well, why is it in the driveway then?
Because I put it down there.
Well, what's all with all the other stuff in the driveway?
I told my husband to take it and he wouldn't take it and he wouldn't leave. So
Okay.
I threw it out because he's going to need it today. And that's all there is
Are
to it.
you trying to kick him out?
I asked him to leave.
Okay. So kind of just back this up a little bit. What started all of this today? Because like I said, we got called to an active domestic. Someone said someone was throwing stuff all over the house and being really violent. So that's why we're here, okay? So kind of start me from the beginning about what happened and we'll go from there.
About 5 minutes ago, I asked him to leave because he was running late to take my to swim again.
Okay, so
and I said, you're going to need your stuff. And he wouldn't
does he
leave on
live
time.
here?
Yes.
Okay.
And he said I told him he needs to take my music with him
Okay.
because my is acting out again. And I said, you need to leave now because you're going to be late because his swim class starts at exactly 3:30.
Okay.
And he's missed a lot of classes and he's been late a lot.
Okay.
He's had a lot of absences and I don't want him to miss again. And he wouldn't get his stuff in time. So I threw it out and I said, go. I'm not going to be responsible for him missing another class.
Okay, and you said this has been an ongoing issue with just like, with you guys, has things been just like tension's been high, or seems like something with him being late seems that's kind of...
He's late a lot.
Seems like this is a bigger issue than him just being late today.
Yes, he's late a lot.
Kind of your frustration right now, how he's always late?
He doesn't take care of responsibilities, but I wouldn't say me throwing out is a domestic event. I threw out some music binders.
So he
and I set my phone down before I was trying to get in the shower.
Okay.
Which is why I don't have an undershirt on.
Did anybody get violent with anyone?
No one hit anyone. No one is hurt.
I just bring it down. Okay, we're here to help. Okay, I know you don't will probably want us here, but that's okay. So we're just trying to figure out. He did say that you potentially had been violent towards so we are.
Is not hurt. Hudson is not anything.
Well, I'm gonna have to talk to him.
That's fine. You can go do that.
Where is he
He's
at?
very upset because I made him do his homework today and he didn't want to do his homework.
Where's he at right now?
He's out there.
Outside?
Yeah.
Where was he? I didn't see him when we walked up. Was he in a car or something?
He might have gotten in the car.
Okay.
He's supposed to be at swim, like he's late.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I'm explaining,
okay.
yes.
Which car would he be in?
The red one.
Okay, the red one.
Right out front.
We'll go talk to him. Do you have your ID on you by chance, or do you have access to it?
You need my ID?
I do. So we are investigating a domestic incident. We by law have to take a report, so we have to identify all the parties.
You're taking a police report today? My husband is causing a police report because I put some music outside? Oh my gosh.
Well, it does.
Do I need to call my attorney?
Ma'am, no one's under arrest right now. We're just doing an investigation to determine there was a domestic incident that happened.
There's no domestic incident that happened.
How am I supposed to know that? We just got here. I have to talk to you. I have to talk to him. And I have to talk to your husband to figure out exactly what happened.
He just left.
Your husband is right there.
Then my is right there.
And like I said, we're going to talk to all the parties.
Well, then can you go talk to him?
We will. That's why I need to get you identified and get your ID.
I missed his swim class again.
I apologize for that, but I have a job to do, and that's what we have to do.
Yes, I will get you whatever you need to have.
I will give this back to you. Okay. Do you mind watching her and we will talk to you?
I need to be watched?
Ma'am, like I was explaining to you, this is a domestic incident. We have to keep both parties separated, and then we'll kind of go from there. Like I said, no one's under arrest. I have to talk to all the parties involved, and then we'll go from there. I understand you're upset. That's just what we have to do right now, okay?
I just feel like I'm being treated like some kind of a criminal.
Hi, what's going on?
I guess you saw something on like the history of YouTube. Hudson, he's been having problems with getting on YouTube shirts and things like that during school when he's not supposed to.
Okay.
And me and her, we've been having a little trouble. He's been very disruptive and argumentative. with her. You know, it was getting aggressive. It was scaring me because she literally went upstairs to grab him. And she just like threw him to the floor. And said,
She
"Get
threw
out!"
your son?
It just.
Is he okay? Does he have
He's
any...
okay. He's okay. I mean,
So
she's been trying to kick, like me and him out of the house altogether for a little while now, and for one reason or another, she's just really angry and upset.
Is there any like mental health history or anything like that?
I mean, with her, no. I mean, I have ADHD. It's
So
handleable. I take medicine for it.
So she got angry because she saw something on
Like YouTube
kids.
history that the song was called
ahead.
"Devil in Disguise." It's just a song. It's not actually like demonic or anything. It's actually just a story.
And
But
we
she
can
saw
slow
the
it
word
down
devil
around.
and she blew up. So.
Okay, so she saw that, and he's the one that searched it.
Well, okay, he did originally a while ago, but for this morning I did because I was listening to the song.
Okay.
I wanted to see what it was about and everything.
Okay, because you saw that he was listening
Yeah,
to
so
it.
he's
Okay.
listening to it. I'm like, okay, well, more of a warning of, not judging books by a cover. And,
Okay.
stuff.
How old is he?
He is.
11. Okay. Alright. She did throw him to the ground. Anything else physical?
So no, not against us. She did throw a bunch of his stuff out on the lawn, and she picked it up, which is
some of
most
it.
Most
Yeah.
of it, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, most of it. It was.
Is this your
it was
phone?
strewn. This is not. This is her
Okay.
phone.
Okay. So nothing physical with you, but she did
Not with me.
throw him. Is there obviously we're gonna look into this a little more. We're gonna get both sides of the story, whatever she
Yes,
says
of course,
and stuff.
of course.
But is there any place that maybe you guys can go today, or she can go?
Well, right now
separate?
I was going to take him to swim, and then I have piano lessons that I teach afterwards, and I guess I was going to take him with me.
Do you have a driver's license on you?
I have a driver's license. Yes, I have
Okay.
a driver's license. You
Alright.
need to see that?
Yes, please. So here's this back for you. So when he threw, you said is his name? Okay. When she threw him, like how did he do?
So
how
he was in the room. She was telling him he had to get out. I've had enough of it. I don't want him here anymore. And then he was upstairs and sitting, and she grabbed him, towards the doorway, and through the doorway and stuff like that. I ended up fell to the ground.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was looking at the. So
No. I caught him at least I caught him from the worst of the fall. I mean, he fell down, but at least I
So when she
stopped
grabbed
his-
him, how did she grab him?
So she was her husband was starting to walk past her and stuff like that. She grabbed him and
Like shoulders, like
just like shoulders. And
yeah. He didn't hit anything. You were able to catch him. You said?
I was able to catch. He kind of like went through the door and stumbled and fell, and he like turned as he was going down. Ended up catching his like shoulders and head before it
Okay.
fell to the floor.
I'm gonna get him started on a witness statement real quick.
Is it Joseph, correct?
Yes,
So I know
yes.
you probably explained to that officer. So
Yes, I did.
I'm going to be the main investigating officer for this.
Okay.
So kind of explain to me what transpired, what happened today.
He was back talking. And,
Okay.
and
Is
all
that
those things.
out of the norm for him, or
Lately, no. Kind of
preteen?
Preteen.
Okay.
Aggressive.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
It's snarky. Obviously, she's not handling it very well. She blows up.
Okay.
She gets, I know me and her have been having some issues.
Okay.
And she's been wanting to get a divorce and quit the whole thing and make go with me. And
Okay.
she's like ready to like get rid of both of us.
Okay.
But it was fairly civil over the weekend. We were just trying to like get things done.
Okay.
I'm getting him enrolled into a public school so that he can like get out of the house.
Okay.
He's been homeschooled for
Okay.
years.
Okay.
But now it's kind of a problem because he's doing other things other than school during
Okay.
the time he's supposed to be doing school.
Okay.
So anyways, she was trying to do something on YouTube. Well, she was trying to sign him up for a piano competition. One of the things was that you have to put a YouTube video on there. And when she was looking on YouTube, she saw a thing called Devil in Disguise. Which in turn, I had looked up because he had been, he had listened to it. He even told me about it. He's like Devil in Disguise, and he sang a little bit about it. So I looked it up to find out
Okay.
what it is. It's actually not bad, even though it has the word devil in it. It's actually
Okay.
more a warning of not, judging books by the
Okay.
cover. Being wary of,
Yeah.
of people and
Makes
not just
sense.
taking things at face
Okay.
value. she saw that and she blew up. She's like, I want him out of the house. You guys need to never come back. Just take him in and just never come back. She went upstairs and Hudson was in his room, the school room. He tried to go past her. She grabbed him and threw him to the ground with his shoulders. He kind of like did a twist. And
So
I caught him.
So she went up to the schoolroom.
She went up to the school
to get him.
To get him to throw him out of the house.
Okay, so she wanted to throw him out of the house.
Out of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and she even said that I'm gonna throw you out. You know.
What your wife explained to me is that she said that you were supposed to be taking him to, I believe, swim practice.
I am supposed to be taking him.
And she said that you were running late, and that really upset her.
That's not true. So yes, I'm supposed to be going to swim practice. No, it had nothing to do with it being late. She got upset because of what she saw on YouTube.
How has her mental health been lately?
Lately, she's just getting just very angry.
Okay.
I mean, anything.
Is it towards you, towards him?
Both.
Okay. And you said it was pretty good this weekend, and then today just kind of like this?
Well, no, it's not been pretty. It's been like hot and cold. You know, sometimes it's like really, really angry. And I mean, just a few days ago, we spent a couple days in the hotel. You know, she did similar, but basically get out and I never want to see you again.
So what caused you to come back after that? Did she cool down, or?
Well, okay, so she cooled down, yes, and on top of that, our lives are fairly intertwined, and I didn't have, you know, I don't have family here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I could stay with family. You know, on top of that, we were trying to be like amicable because she's looking to get a divorce, and you know, and I'm like, okay, we'll just work together and until we can do that. So that's kind of where we were. But,
have you guys started that process, or?
We have not filed for divorce.
Okay.
This was recent. This was only like we stayed over a couple days just this last week. When was it? It was Monday and Tuesday, or Sunday, and then we stayed in a hotel. Came back Tuesday afternoon, and then you know, I've had to work, and I work three jobs. I work as a trainer in the early mornings, and then I go to work at the garden center for afternoon, and then I teach piano. And I had to actually go out of work a couple of times just this last week on short notice because she's like, I don't want him here anymore.
Okay. Do you think today's outburst with him potentially throwing your down and like grabbing him, so kind of like when she grabbed him, how would you kind of describe that? Would you was it both hands and like kind of like
both
and then
hands
threw him
on
to
the shoulders? He was crying.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was upset and he was crying. So I picked him up, got him back on his feet, and then we started walking out, and that's when she started throwing everything out on the lawn. There's still a few things, but she cleaned up like most of it while I was sitting there by the car.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to.
Out because I said you should not come back if you're not willing to do your work.
Okay. Where are your kids at now? We're there.
I only have one child. He's outside, probably in the car. I haven't had a chance to see where he is.
Okay. So it was basically just an argument that maybe progressed a little too far.
I wouldn't even say it was an argument. It happened in like 10 seconds. I asked them to leave. I threw their stuff out. I tossed his music book back outside.
Okay. Like I said, just give us a...
And I set my phone down, and it's in the sun, so I'd like to go get it if that's... This is the kind of thing that makes me think I should divorce my husband. He's about to lose his job again. And I told him that he needs to support himself and he's upset. But that's not what we talked about today.
Right.
He's just in general trying to find reasons to hurt my reputation or whatever the case might be.
Has he called us before out here? Like,
No.
we've never been out here before.
I called you one
Oh,
time
okay. How long ago was that?
when he was changing his medication for his depression.
Understood.
He did get violent.
So, I mean, obviously, regarding your marriage, I mean, that's something that you guys can figure out.
So I have a couple other questions just based on talking to your and your husband. They kind of gave me a different story about how this all started. So they were saying it was essentially about a YouTube song that you saw.
No. What happened was I told him to go to swim class on time. And I told him he needed to take all of his things with him because he was going to be going with Joseph to the afterwards and not coming back. And I said, you are late and you need to go right now.
So did you tell him to go up to his room and put his socks on? So you said he was running late and that's what he told us to do?
No, I said, you need to go get in the car right now and have your shoes and your socks on.
And so he said, he told us he went upstairs to get his socks on and you followed him upstairs. Do you remember that?
I didn't follow him upstairs. He was
Okay.
upstairs coloring.
When you found him potentially coloring, not getting his socks on, what happened next?
I picked him up and I said, go downstairs right now and go get in the car because you are late.
When you say you picked him up, what exactly did you do?
He was sitting down in his white chair and I picked him up and I put him in my arms and I started to walk him down the steps. Sometimes that is the only way to get him to go. When he's
Okay.
doing his thing and he wants to keep doing it.
Okay. Okay.
He is not hurt. He wasn't picked up in any kind of
Well, so
way.
in her, tell a very different story about picking him up. So
They're both very much in trouble with me because they are not taking care of the responsibilities
okay.
and being
Well,
where they need to be.
why would he lie to us?
Because he doesn't want to be in trouble.
So you're saying
In a row.
nothing else happened. You just picked him up out of his chair.
I picked
put
him up. I sternly said, "It's time to go, and you need to go now."
Okay, so
Go get in the car.
I'm gonna tell you what they told me. Okay, so they told me that Hudson was going up to get his socks because he's not allowed to leave the house without socks on. So he said he was trying to get his socks on. He said you came upstairs, grabbed him by both arms, picked him up off the ground, and then threw him at that cupboard in the hallway upstairs. They said that he got off of his feet and hit his back. That's what both of them are telling me.
Again.
Is there a reason why they're telling a very different story than what you're telling me?
Yes, there is.
And they also said, as you were doing this, you were telling him to, I don't want you in this house anymore, get out.
Yes, because I do. I don't want him to come back into this house.
They were making it seem like you meant that you don't want him in this house at all. That's how said it. He's like, he said that you have made it clear you don't want him in this house at all. He even told us a story a couple weeks ago where you dropped him off, kicked him out of the car in the middle of nowhere because you didn't want him anymore, and he had to find strangers to call someone to come and pick him up.
Okay, so as I was explaining to this officer, has been very rebellious.
Okay, 7-year-old.
It's not acceptable. I keep telling him he's an online student, and he's always been an online student.
Okay.
But this year school is different, and he has to do his assignments on time.
Okay.
The YouTube thing has nothing to do with today.
Okay.
The YouTube thing is an ongoing issue that I'm potentially going to hire like a psychologist or a counselor to work with him on because he's getting on screens
Okay.
repeatedly when he's
Okay.
supposed to be doing his schoolwork and he's scrolling YouTube shorts.
Okay.
And he's bypassing my parental controls on all of my electronic devices,
Okay.
including his school issued computer, and doing that instead of doing his schoolwork. So I had to move my office into his schoolroom to watch him to make sure that he's not cheating, to make sure that he's staying on task, he's doing his schoolwork, and he is very, very angry because he's now not getting away with what he was getting away with before.
Okay. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to, I want to talk a little bit more about you picking him up. Okay?
Nobody is hurt today.
It doesn't, just because there's no one's hurt doesn't mean something
Okay.
didn't happen.
There's not any abuse that
Okay,
anyone
but
did toward anyone in this
pick
house
him
today.
up and throw him at that cupboard upstairs?
No, I did not
Okay.
throw him.
You said you tried to take him down the steps?
Yeah, I tried to walk him down the steps.
Okay, like I said, that's a very different story within what both of them are telling me.
And that is why he's in so much trouble, because he's not being forthright about
Okay.
his online activities. He's not being forthright about getting his schoolwork done. He's not. I caught him using Google Lens the other day trying to take a test. Google Lens is where you can like take a picture of a question and then AI gives you the answer. Well, his school doesn't allow AI, so he got grounded for that. Today
Okay.
I canceled his private here at my house because he didn't have his theory homework done. Like his cognitive decline is bad.
Okay, Emily, so I've talked to everyone involved.
Okay.
I've talked to you and your dad. What I'm gonna have you to do is, can you just turn around and face that wall for me? Can you please turn around and face that wall and place your hands behind your back? So you are being placed under arrest for domestic violence, okay? Let's just put
Oh
your
my
hands behind your back.
God!
Face that way.
Did you
Hey,
hear
face
what?
that way. Spread your legs.
I think I have video cameras upstairs.
Okay, if you do, we'll take a look at them. You have the right to remain silent.
This
Unfortunately,
is unbelievable.
we're gonna walk to that car over there, okay?
So if I'd called him, then he would be the one doing this?
No, ma'am. Like at the end of the course of our investigation, this is what the outcome is.
There's no investigation.
In the end, this case wasn't about what happened. It was about who officers chose to believe. With no clear evidence, no injuries, and conflicting statements, the decision came down to judgment. And sometimes, that's where things get complicated. Let me know. Do you think they made the right call?